Chapter 140, Deterrence and Why So Quiet. Chen Chang'an huffed. Killing intent. He had no such thing, but something way better, special effects. A casual thought unleashed an even deadlier killing intent from within his avatar that swallowed the immortal lords. It flooded the world like an unstoppable tide. The Tao Protector winced and faltered, as his posture now showed he was on guard. The killing intent Chen Chang'an unleashed was just mind-blowing and endless. How many does one have to kill to have it so thick? Even he, an immortal Lord Tao Protector, had been on the warpath as an Asura for 10,000 years, yet even that paled in comparison with this. How can some no-name continent have someone like him? The Tao Protector's expression was grave, saying to the dark youth, Asura demon child, he's an enigma I can't unravel nor defeat. Be on your guard. Asura demon child's sinister grin froze, unable to believe his ears. Immortal Lord Tun Tian came from the Asura immortal domain to be his Tao Protector, beyond strong and holding the special immortal decree, making him an exception for the 9 province continents principles. He had a license to let loose. What was more, Tun Tian was on the war path, his power unequal. Taman, the name translates into Heaven Devourer. No other immortal domain's Tao Protector stood a chance against him. Tun Tian was confident in his strength, but here and now, he admitted to Chen Chang'an being above him. Immortal Lord Tun Tian, how can you say that when you haven't even fought? His killing intent is boundless like the sea. I've never felt anything like it, not even in the Asura immortal domain. Asura demon child's heart sank. He turned to Chen Chang'an and found him unreadable, unlike the foundationless hype he thought the youth in white was. He had to be somebody to slap an immortal dead. Demon child was conflicted. Meanwhile, the cultivators below never saw the two above before. Chen Chang'an was unfazed, staring back at the two. The two want to wipe out everyone here. The arrogance. Chen Chang'an did not believe they had it in them. The thought put him at ease, his expression was icy. You two have some nerves disturbing the continent assembly. You must have led an easy life. Chen Chang'an unleashed the full might of special effects. To deter them, special effects is a must. Asterisk boom. Asterisk endless killing intent exploded from him with the force of a volcano. It engulfed the continent assembly, tinting the world in hues of red and made the two Asuras feel its true force. They felt a sudden biting cold overtake them, like they were in the pits of hell, of despair. The cultivators gasped. Such terrifying killing intent. How many must Senior kill to develop it? The bloodlust was so thick it stopped them from even twitching a finger. Won't the power Senior unleashes when he truly acts be too much? Won't we become collateral? As the Asura walked the path of slaughter, they were more sensitive to the killing intent. They felt chilled to the bone, with their very souls shuddering. Instinct told him that Chen Chang'an could kill them any time he wanted. The endless killing intent was proof of it. Tun Tian felt so cold he shivered, sending to the youth. Demon child, he's unfathomable. I think we should postpone taking the cauldrons for now. Demon child paled, sweating under the heavy, unnatural killing intent. His legs felt weak, about to crumble under him. Chen Gangan squinted, taking in their reactions. All according to plan. The two cowered, with no small part from special effects. The trait was whatever he wanted it to be, almost. That's the best way to use it. Chen Chang'an squinted, the killing intent mounting further. Why so quiet? Are you looking down on me? Do you think I won't or can't kill you? Chapter 141, The Cauldron's Purpose and Heavenly Tao Protector. The surging killing intent felt like Chen Chang'an had killed billions. By using special effects to magnify his simulated feats, the Asuras could not take the pressure. Even speaking became impossible. Their very souls were on the verge of collapsing. Their sole thought right now was to flee, only to be rooted on the spot by the same killing intent bearing down on them. Heavens above, what's such a godlike being doing on this backwater continent? Azura demon child was in despair. How could I just disregard everything was said of him? Not all rumors are inflated. Now he knew. With such boundless killing intent, a single strike would end both his Tao protector and himself. Despair and hatred consumed his mind. It went as far as wishing he'd never reincarnated in this lower realm in the first place. Blast it all to hell. Which moron said 9-province continent was the weakest to conquer? Senior, Azura demon child squeezed out. The entire area sank in utter silence, with not even a cricket being heard. The cultivators were dumbstruck, finding this development going over their heads. These two were beyond strong, and arrogant to boot. Even before showing themselves, they had many cultivators killed. Yet they just showed up, and all they've done was shiver with dread. Senior is way too strong. The enchantress hugged by you who was still absorbing the recultivation immortal mark. She sighed. Senior is unfathomable, driving fear into the Azura immortal domain's Tao protector and genius with his killing intent alone. They won't be getting the cauldrons today. Chen Chang'an focused on the two Azuras. Who are you? It was obvious they were strong, given what they've done and how the immortal slayers, the strongest on the continent, were having a hard time against the two's dark army of spirits. Chen Chang'an guessed, they're from the upper realm. His dearest wish came true, immortals were here. At their pale faces, his killing intent ramped up as he glared, you're not mute. Talk if you want to live. The Azuras were frantic, Senior, I'm Azura immortal domain's demon child recultivating in the lower realm. Senior, I'm an immortal lord Tao protector from the Azura immortal domain. Chen Chang'an's eyes shone. Immortals alright, wonder if they have any immortal stones. The ignored cultivators gaped at the news, finally realizing why they were so damn strong and arrogant. It's all thanks to Senior that we're still alive. Their admiration for him shot through the heavens and beyond. Chen Chang'an sighed, why must you insist on taking the province cauldrons? He was only curious. The items were strong, but nowhere near an upper realm's immortal equipment. What's their goal in taking them? The Azuras blinked, thinking he already knew that. He has the power, yet not the information. They were sharp enough not to question him. Senior, the cauldrons are physical manifestations of 9-province continents' principles. By refining and combining them into one, the 9-province cauldron allows its user to take control of the 9-province continent's Tao, known as Heavenly Tao Protector, holding dominion over the entire 9-province continent. Chen Chang'an gaped inside. Who knew the cauldron had such a neat trick? The lords and the cultivators were just as shocked. They can do that? One can grasp the heavenly Tao and become a heavenly Tao protector. It was certainly news to them. Chen Chang'an spoke, your aim is to steal them and become this heavenly Tao protector of the 9-province continent? Demon Child nodded, yes, Senior, this is the only way for me to earn my way back into the upper realm and vie for the domain lord position. I ask for Senior's leniency. Your interest in the domain lord position has nothing to do with me, but this slice of the world, only with my approval, can one become its heavenly Tao protector. The arrogance to think you can escalate me. Chen Chang'an squinted and glared at the two Azuras. Demon Child's heart shook, Senior, we'd never have come to this lower realm if we knew of your existence or offended you. Let alone, his voice trailed off. Chen Chang'an huffed. Demon Child, speak clearly now. Let alone what? Chapter 142, Who Walks and Who Dies. The boundless and chilling killing intent had Demon Child jumping in fright. Senior, because the 9-province cauldron's heavenly Tao protector is the end goal, other recultivating geniuses on the 9-province continent will fight over it. Immortal Lord Tun Tian supplied, Senior, Demon Child is right, the cauldrons are nothing more than a calamity to the province lords. The aim of all geniuses reincarnating from immortal domains is to take them and become the heavenly Tao protector. The 9 lords in question sank in sorrow. Today we have Senior to thank for our lives, but after, some other upper realm immortal will show up for the cauldrons. What do we do? The Asuras pleaded with Chen Chang'an, please spare us, Senior. The two shook in fear from the overpowering killing intent, robbed of the right to fight or flight. Chen Chang'an's flat expression gave nothing away as he spoke, spare you? Ha! Letting you go after you shed so much blood at the Continent Assembly is inexcusable. The cultivators were silent. They could not just demand justice from the 2 Asura immortals, now could they? Unless Chen Chang'an did it for them. Even if they all died here and now, there would be no one on 9 province continents speaking out about their crimes, least of all wanting revenge. The Asura's faces were white as paper from the constantly growing killing intent, sweat pouring down buckets. They felt like a blade was on their necks, about to loop their heads in one clean swipe. How do you all suggest that we handle them? Chen Chang'an paused and turned to the cultivators for a solution. He could see the fear, concern, dread, and apprehension on their faces. They did not have Chen Chang'an's power and could not just judge the fate of upper realm immortals. The 9 lords included. Scarlet Province Lord spoke up, Senior, they must be important in the upper realm, judging by their power. Killing them will lead to worse consequences. Many cultivators agreed. They did not want Chen Chang'an to go on killing immortals, not at the Continent Assembly. The Asuras eased a breath. They were scared the cultivators would want Chen Chang'an to kill them. Chen Chang'an listened to their opinions, with most of them wanting to spare the immortals and the remaining few staying silent. Chen Chang'an thought, it would seem that 9 province continents cultivators' fear of upper realm immortals is rooted deep. Well, not like I can kill the Asuras either, since I am only using special effects to make them cower, having no real means of following up on my threats sure is difficult. Chen Chang'an was pensive. Ling Bao, Foxy, and Xiao He said nothing. They were waiting for his decision. Fine, I won't kill them for now. The Asuras relaxed. Thank you so much, Senior. Chen Chang'an's gaze was calm. That being said, I can't just let them go either. They gave Chen Chang'an curious looks as to what he implied. Since you're from the upper realm, do you have any immortal stones? Immortal stones were perfect for gaining loads of domain points. They were very enticing to him, to say the least. I have them in my storage ring. Senior can have them all. The Asuras did not hesitate to throw their storage rings at him. Chen Chang'an, in turn, threw them to Ling Bao. She found plenty of immortal equipment, immortal herbs, and immortal stones. In total, there were 30 top, 8 high, 39 mid, and hundreds of low-grade immortal stones. Chen Chang'an's heart danced like a little boy's. That will get me over 1,000,000 domain points. What a haul. It was way better than even killing immortals. He was careful not to let his excitement leak on his features. You two are still upper realm immortals, yet only have so few immortal stones. Did they send beggars down? The two were scared to death. Demon Child rushed to say, Senior, those are all the immortal stones we have. Have mercy, Senior. We've given you everything, Senior. Chen Chang'an squinted, since there aren't enough, one will have to stay behind. Fight it among yourself to see who walks and who dies. The Continent Assembly was in uproar. Chapter 143, Noob posing as veteran and discontent. Fight for the right to live, or die trying. One would think Chen Chang'an wanted to kill them all this time, leaving the Asura speechless. Senior, can you not toy with us, please? Either one dies, or I kill both of you. An easy choice, right? Tun Tian's eyes flashed coldly. The Immortal Lord's power erupted and scared Demon Child back. Immortal Lord Tun Tian, you're my Tao protector. Think this through. Kill me and Azura immortal domain won't spare you. Azura demon child, only one may walk. Forgive me. No immortal lord reached such heights by being indecisive. His right hand reached out, like the hand of God, clutching demon child in a massive hand falling from the sky and squeezing. Awe! Demon child shrieked. Pop! His body exploded in a shower of blood, his cries still echoing across the heavens. What a poor thing that demon child was, an Azura immortal domain genius who found his tragic end at the hand of his own guardian just as he entered the stage. Senior, Tun Tian bowed with respect. Chen Chang'an said, I'm a man of my word, go. He halted special effects, and the overbearing killing intent vanished. Tun Tian relaxed, and his respect grew. Many thanks, Senior. And left just like that. The blood of demon child was still falling. Chen Chang'an sighed, it's exciting to be a noob and pose as a veteran. The might of an immortal was beyond what anyone on the 9-province continent could contend with. Even Chen Chang'an sensed how much stronger Tun Tian was than the ghost immortal when he popped demon child like an overripe tomato. I'm fortunate to have special effects, or none of the people here would have survived. He didn't care if he died, since it was just an avatar, but the same could not be said about Bao, Xiao He, and Foxy. He did not want to see them meet their end. This event taught Chen Chang'an a valuable lesson, a sudden urgency to expand his absolute domain and upgrade the system for more traits. I'm still too weak. Special effects was good for empty, but believable, threats, it could not do much else. This forced him to always be passive outside, leaving Chen Chang'an in total discontent. The cultivators were silent, their cheery mood gone after such a bloody event. Instead, they felt worried, gathering from Demon Child's last words how important he was. Won't the upper realm send someone after us since he died on 9-province continent? The 9 lords grew restless. The 9 cauldrons made one a heavenly Tao protector. By combining them into one, someone could dominate the 9-province continent. A continent ruler. Who among them did not have the ambition for it? None wanted to miss the chance of becoming the great heavenly Tao protector. Alas! Demon Child said it well, there would be upper realm immortals coming after the cauldrons. It felt impossible for any of them to become the heavenly Tao protector. Simply having them around painted a target on their backs. Their death was a near certainty. Mist Province Lord sighed, what can we do about this calamity? Ah Miao beamed, Father, I think holding on to Mist Province Cauldron is a death sentence. Why not just give it to Senior? Senior's might is boundless, killing immortals, and now scaring off another. I believe giving the cauldron to him is the best choice. Mist Province Lord was pensive before nodding. It is a good idea, but I better discuss it with the other lords. The enchantress heard their chatter loud and clear, sighing. It is a very good plan, entrusting the cauldrons to Chen Chang'an. Then she looked at Bai Yu in her arms with discontent. 7th Princess, once he has the cauldrons, becoming 9-province continents heavenly Tao protector will become impossible. What rotten luck! Why does this place even have such a being? She knew her limits, an immortal Lord Tao protector just like Tun Tian, but only a hint weaker, since Tun Tian was from the Azura immortal domain, walking the path of war and slaughter. She only had a 40% chance of winning. Chen Chang'an's display of scaring Tun Tian into killing his charge spoke volumes of Chen Chang'an's might. She would rather die than get on Chen Chang'an's bad side. She sighed. 7th Princess, once you absorb the recultivation immortal mark, we'll leave for another lower realm to recultivate. You might still have a chance to fight for the position of Domain Lord once you take that lower realm's heavenly Tao protector spot. Chapter 144, Offering of Cauldrons and Ruler of Life and Death. Bauer, Foxy, you saw it. Danger lurks at every corner once you step out. Death hides in the shadows, ready to take your life at the slightest distraction. It was fortunate for me to have come to the Continent Assembly, for no one would have survived otherwise. Chen Chang'an sighed. As such, you are too weak and need to cultivate hard once we return. Ling Bao nodded. Master is right. We're very much weak. I'm at nascent soul stage yet unworthy to be spared a glance from upper realm immortals. The malignant spirit forces were only repelled by the grace of her master bestowing immortal equipment on her. Ling Bao steeled her gaze. Master, I'll enter seclusion once we are back home. Good. Chen Chang'an approved. Foxy bunched up her little fist. Xiao Hei's fear has yet to abate. Thank the heavens young master was here, or everyone here would have died. The 9 lords came over. Senior. They bowed in respect and deference. All the survivors were grateful to Chen Chang'an for saving them. All that would have been left of them were stiff corpses if it were not for him. Immortal Slayer? What of it? Elder of some province cauldron? Ha! They were nothing against a true immortal. What is it? Chen Chang'an wanted to look for Ming He to chat about his master before returning to Soaring Immortal Mountain. There was no point lingering at the Continent Assembly after what transpired. The lords discussed and decided to let the Mist Province Lord speak. He bowed, we have Senior to thank for saving our lives with your timely intervention. You have our deepest gratitude, Senior. We discussed how to show our appreciation and settled on giving you the cauldrons. Mist Province Lord had every cultivator shocked. They stared wide-eyed at the Lord's decision and perked their ears to hear more. The cultivators knew what their decision meant. Chen Chang'an would combine them into the 9-province cauldron and rule over the continent as the heavenly Tao protector. Shock aside, it all made sense. Chen Chang'an was the strongest and had experience killing immortals. The lords were nothing to Chen Chang'an. That meant taking the cauldrons to become heavenly Tao protector, if he so wished, could not be easier. It was a sensible choice to give him the cauldrons. Chen Chang'an gaped on the inside, though his honed acting skills and poker face had reached mastery, not twitching even if the sky fell. The possibility of lording over the lives of billions was hardly something to fuss over. Why? Chen Chang'an asked. Senior's strength is boundless. The 9-province cauldron is what Sir deserves. There's only one person on the entire 9-province continent worthy of becoming heavenly Tao protector, and that's Senior. Yes, Senior saved our lives, and we're willing to offer Senior the 9-province cauldron, in the hope that Sir becomes 9-province continent's heavenly Tao protector. It is 9-province continent's great fortune to have someone as virtuous as Senior for a heavenly Tao protector. Far better to be Senior than some upper realm immortal. The lords took out their cauldrons. The items glittered in different lights, overflowing with great power. The lords' minds were made up. A slight nod from Chen Chang'an would have them erase their mark on the cauldrons. Chen Chang'an had to admit that the enticing cauldrons drew his desire. It was only natural. Chen Chang'an was giddy on the inside. Wielding the 9-province cauldron made him the heavenly Tao protector and ruler of the 9-province continent. He was absolute within the absolute domain, and, by going out of it, as he wielded heavenly Tao, would he not be absolute everywhere as well? Chen Chang'an opened his mouth, just as the flat mechanical voice of the system echoed in his mind. Detecting host wielding the 9-province cauldron, heavenly Tao inheritance, updating conditions to upgrade absolute domain to V5. 1. The host needs to have a disciple earning the 9-province cauldron's approval and becoming heavenly Tao protector. 2. The host needs 1,000,000 domain points. Upgrading the system to V5. 0 activated the ruler of life and death trait. Chen Chang'an squinted, his eyes flashing. System, can't I become a heavenly Tao protector just by having the 9-province cauldron? Why do I need its approval? Heavenly Tao is aware. Not just anyone can become a heavenly Tao protector. Don't I fit the part? Why must it be a disciple? The cold voice of the system replied, assessment concludes that the host has garbage talent, unfit to gain its approval. You're the garbage. Chapter 145, Heavenly Tao Protector and Uninterested. The 9 cauldrons flickered with astonishing light and power. All awaited for Qin Chang'an to take them, even hoping that he'd become 9 province continents' Heavenly Tao Protector. Qin Chang'an's words left them stunned. I'll accept them for now. Senior, you don't want to refine them? Combining them will make one 9 province continents Heavenly Tao Protector. Senior doesn't want to. Qin Chang'an smiled. I have no interest in something so weak. Everyone gasped in shock. He has no interest in becoming Heavenly Tao Protector. Everyone was envious and jealous. Maybe because 9 province continent was just that an insignificant lower realm. The upper realm had to have countless immortal domains, each world above this 9 province continent. Senior has the power to make light work of immortals, that means he must be a powerful figure in the upper realm. Why then would he lower himself to become 9 province continents Heavenly Tao Protector? The lords still erased their marks, and the cauldron's glow dimmed. The others were curious as to whom Qin Chang'an would give them to become the Heavenly Tao Protector. Luck had it that this avatar had some cultivation and could put his mark on the cauldrons. The cauldrons shone with a blinding light and combined to become a 9-colored cauldron. He felt his connection with it in his mind. Qin Chang'an squinted, and just like the system said, he did not get Heavenly Tao's approval. This great treasure of the continent has literally become a glorified paperweight. It's no different from garbage. Still, I wonder if Bauer can use it. His talent was garbage, but not Bauer or Foxy's. It would be a cinch for them to get approval, no. Bauer, give the 9 province cauldron a try. Qin Chang'an handed it over to Ling Bauer. The system told him that even if he was its owner, once the cauldron met with someone it approved, his mark would be erased. One should always keep things in the family. It was natural for Qin Chang'an to pick someone on his side if they could wield it. More importantly, it needed to be a disciple of him specifically to gain its approval for the upgrade. Ling Bauer held the cauldron in curiosity, though no approval came. Next were Foxy and Xiao He, with the same result. Neither Foxy nor Ling Bauer's talents are enough, huh? Qin Chang'an frowned. He thought the girls more than fit the bill to earn Heavenly Tao's approval. The cultivators were curious about what Qin Chang'an was up to. He put the cauldron away, sending it to soaring Immortal Mountain through mirage. Back home, a 9-colored cauldron appeared, bathing the world in its resplendent light. It started sucking up immortal energy from everywhere like it was alive. Qin Chang'an's avatar said, I'll keep the 9 province cauldron for now, though I've no interest in becoming the Heavenly Tao Protector. One cultivator asked, Senior, what about the cauldron? Qin Chang'an pondered, I've come up with the perfect solution. 1 month from now, Soaring Immortal Mountain will hold a disciple contest for the purpose of taking in a disciple. The one to become my disciple will wield the 9 province cauldron. Becoming Heavenly Tao Protector is only natural. That was explosive news. All cultivators got fired up. None expected Qin Chang'an to come up with this idea. Their jaws dropped and gaped in disbelief. Then ambition burned hotter than hell in their eyes. Soaring Immortal Mountain was taking in a disciple. All of 9 province continent would shake at the news. It was not just about being Qin Chang'an's disciple, but also wielding the 9 province cauldron and becoming Heavenly Tao Protector. That meant ruling the 9 province continent. It would cause many geniuses to go mad with desire. The enchantress heard it as well, her perfect eyes are shining with hope. His cultivation is unfathomable, definitely a supreme celestial immortal. Once 7th princess absorbs the immortal mark, her talent will make her stand out above all others in the competition. She will not only become a celestial immortal's disciple but also the Heavenly Tao Protector. Bai Yu had finished absorbing the mark, her bearing different from before. It was like she became a celestial fairy, above the secular world, its strife and suffering. What was more, an immortal air was about her, her cultivation soaring with the seal put on her body having been released. Baiyu reached spirit severing in moments. The enchantress cheered, "Seventh princess, you're awake." Baiyu smiled, "Mei Nyang, thank you." Chapter 146, Disciple Contest and Rave. Disciple Contest. Baiyu muttered, gazing at Qin Chang'an. Mei Nyang smiled. "With 7th princess talent, you're sure to become his disciple." Baiyu shook her head. "The contest isn't so simple, Mei Nyang. I can't guarantee I'll win." "Why do you say that, 7th princess?" "Across the endless immortal domains, geniuses are a dime a dozen. For Azure a demon child and myself to recultivate on the 9-province continent of all places, many other immortal domain geniuses beside us must have come as well." Mei Nyang was all smiles. "And? I think 7th princess and he are quite close, so ride his coattails. Besides, my 7th princess got the looks, the curves, so just, 7th princess cut her off." "Mei Nyang, you're babbling." Mei Nyang beamed. "What's your plan, 7th princess? There's still time for you to recultivate in another lower realm." "No, this is an opportunity one can't pass. I will definitely grasp it." Baiyu's eyes shone. "It'll also give me the chance to get acquainted with the other domain's geniuses." The cultivators at the Continent Assembly couldn't stop talking from all the excitement. Even the lords were touched, and all they ever talked about was the position of Heavenly Tao Protector, of ruler over the 9-province continent. Qin Chang'an decided on a disciple contest, including not just Ghost Province but the other 8 as well. One could only imagine the crowd of talent vying for his attention. Qin Chang'an was more curious about something else: how many recultivators are there on the 9-province continent? One thing was certain: they would all come to the disciple contest since they valued the cauldron so much. Qin Chang'an was casual, sighing on the inside. He was not too keen on taking another disciple. It was all for upgrading the system that he was going through all the trouble. Qin Chang'an glanced at Foxy and Ling Baoer. The two had peak talents, courtesy of creation, but even they were refused by the 9-province cauldron. Qin Chang'an was certain that no genius on the 9-province continent could top his disciples' talents. Is an upper realm recultivating genius talent that much higher? Are only they eligible for Heavenly Tao's approval? Supposedly he did get one as a disciple. That would be something. Now though, Qin Chang'an felt regret for letting Tun Tian off the hook. He knew almost nothing about the upper realm situation. Tun Tian had to be a treasure trove of information, especially as an immortal lord. The Continent Assembly stopped with the end of Demon Child, but more because of Qin Chang'an's disciple contest being held so soon. It had grave implications, and every genius had to get ready. Most cultivators wanted to leave and get the news back as fast as possible. All that remained were a few cultivators and a couple lords. Without a cauldron, the nation lord title lost its meaning. Senior will be going as well. We shall pay our respects to Senior on Soaring Immortal Mountain on a later date. Nangong Tianwen wanted to return to Mist Province. But before that, he asked, Miao, are you coming home with me? Miao shook her head, nope, I'm staying in Ghost Province. She smiled. Besides, Senior is holding a disciple contest, and I want to become his disciple as well. I want to get the 9-province cauldron and reach the Heavenly Tao Protector status. Nangong Tianwen laughed and rubbed her head. Miao, I believe in you. I'll wait at Mist Province for the good news. Nangong Tianwen left. Miao sighed. We hardly got together, and father already left. Baiyu and Fox Demon Empress approached. Mei Nyang stayed put. She was an immortal Lord Tao Protector, hiding in shadows for the moment when Baiyu was in true danger. Miao, why didn't you go with your father? Since your betrothed monk died, he won't be hard on you anymore. Fox Demon Empress asked. Bai Yu smiled. Her memories came back, but it didn't affect her relationship with the cat girl. Ah Miao took a deep breath, her gaze hardening. Grandmother, I want to be Senior's disciple. Fox Demon Empress said, the disciple contents. It won't be easy. Ah Miao smiled. I know that, but I still want to try. I bet the disciple contest will be a rave. Ah Miao. What is it, Bai Yu? I'm also participating. Ah Miao's eyes lit up. Perfect. Chapter 147, Talks and More Trouble. Senior, when will you be returning to Soaring Immortal Mountain? Holy Lady Ming he asked. Most cultivators had already left the Continent Assembly. The Holy Lady was surprised to find Chen Chang'an wasn't among them. Chen Chang'an smiled. Having come to the Continent Assembly, it's only natural to tour Ancient Phoenix Sect. Ming He's eyes shone, allow me to show Senior around. A golden phoenix landed in the Continent Assembly. After you, Senior. Chen Chang'an stepped on it. Ling Bao'er, Foxy, and Xiao He followed him. The golden phoenix was mighty, a spirit-severing demon empress. In terms of cultivation, it was a few good layers above even Flood Dragon He. Only the top power in Ghost Province could use the spirit-severing demon empress to carry Senior around. It only proved how much Ming He valued Chen Chang'an. The phoenix took flight, soaring high above. Chen Chang'an stood with hands behind him, enjoying the varied and lush scenery of the ancient Phoenix sect. Ming He supplemented the story of each place. Chen Chang'an did not plan on touring the ancient Phoenix sect, but rather inclined to ask Ming He about her relationship with his master. At one point Chen Chang'an asked her. I heard Holy Lady in Cloud Province's Eternity Coven leader had been close for years. Ming He was introducing the buildings around the ancient Phoenix sect when he asked. She flinched in surprise and had a complicated look. Senior is right, I've been friends for many years with Feng Qian. I'm surprised Senior knows of this. Heard a rumor, Chen Chang'an replied. A few months back, Eternity Coven was destroyed. Why then haven't you helped, given how close you were? Chen Chang'an went to the point. He supposed with her help in Eternity Coven's time of crisis, things would have been different. Maybe he'd still be in Eternity Coven even now, with the system still dormant and he was wasting the days away. Senior must be close as well. Chen Chang'an nodded but didn't offer the information of being Feng Qian's disciple. Senior, I did want to help, and even went to Cloud Province. You did? Chen Chang'an was astounded. Ming He was the Ghost Province lady and wielded its cauldron, an immortal slayer to boot. He was certain that her help would have saved his master. So why didn't master return, going instead to Cloud Province's deadly Bronze Mountain? And? Chen Chang'an pursued. I met Feng Qian, but he didn't want my help, telling me to return to Ghost Province and that his disciple would come find me at Ancient Phoenix Sect. All these days I've been waiting but not once his disciple came. Chen Chang'an fell silent. He wanted to tell her the truth, I'm his disciple. But after discovering Absolute Domain, Chen Chang'an felt no need to rely on the Ancient Phoenix Sect. I'm very curious about you and Feng Qian. Would it be possible to tell me your story? Ming He hesitated, sure. Ming He related what went on between her and Feng Qian. Ling Bao'er, Foxy, and Xiao He did not but it. The disciple contest was all the girls could think about, even if they already were his disciples. It made them realize that, a month later, many geniuses would show up. Their talent was not impressive, nor was their cultivation. They couldn't just shame their master and had to train doubly hard. Ling Bao'er and Foxy sat down to cultivate even on the back of the phoenix. Ming He finished her story. The story was not long nor short, but it told him of her deep feelings for his master. Why aren't they together then? Ming He did not say. From his master's letter, he knew of his deep feelings too. Why else would he let someone like him, with the eternal body, stay in Ming He's care at the ancient Phoenix sect? Talking for so much made them realize the tour was over. Chen Chang'an said, "Holy Lady, I shall take my leave, now that the tour is over." "Safe travels, Senior." Chen Chang'an smiled. "Talking with Holy Lady is so refreshing. Feel free to come by Soaring Immortal Mountain whenever you're in need. I'll be sure to lend a hand." "Thank you so much, Senior." Chapter 148, Dragonist City's Misty Pavilion. A black flood dragon streaked the sky, bringing Chen Chang'an and his disciples back. The continent assembly turned out to be more of a scare than a danger. He got the 9-continent cauldron and knew how to upgrade the system to V5.0, but most importantly, Chen Chang'an got a load of immortal stones. Expanding the absolute domain would be a cinch. Chen Chang'an sighed. If only a constant stream of immortal stones would be falling from the upper realm, absolute domain would have covered 9-province continent in days. His foundation establishment avatar could last for 3 days, but barely a day had passed since he made it. Chen Chang'an was in no rush to return to Soaring Immortal Mountain. "Xiao Hei. Young master. Leave me in the city below. You take Foxy and Bauer to Soaring Immortal Mountain." "Understood." The avatar used 50 grand of his domain points, and it would be such a waste to dispel it before its time. It was merely an avatar anyway. Any danger, or death, had no effect on the real him. As for his disciples, there was no need to follow him outside. They needed to return home and cultivate post-haste and not disappoint him. Dragonist City of Ghost Province was huge, not to mention beyond lively. A dark shadow crossed above it as a youth in white entered the city with a smile. Chen Chang'an chose to stay low this time around, letting only a hint of special effects out, enough to make him look like your average guy. So average that no one would remember. Entering the bustling city, he could hear the clamor ringing in his ear, in heavy contrast with the peaceful Soaring Immortal Mountain. "Sir, care to buy something?" a seller asked. Chen Chang'an bought a fan. "You're now just like a big clan's young master." Chen Chang'an looked around, curious about anything and everything. This was his first stroll through a city in the 9-province continent since crossing over. Since it's such a rare occasion, why not have some fun? But where? Chen Chang'an's eyes shone, and he slapped the fan in his hand. The perfect place came to mind. "Excuse me, where's the brothel?" The person he asked was confused. "Young master, Dragonist City has no such places." Chen Chang'an smiled. "Let me rephrase that. Could you point me in the direction of a soliciting quarters in Dragonist City?" The person exclaimed in utter understanding. "If young master is after some music and recreation, be sure to visit Misty Pavilion." Chen Chang'an smiled, "Thank you. But do you know if one could spend the night there?" The person snickered, "Young master sure can, though I heard it's quite expensive." "Just curious." Chen Chang'an smiled. It was good he had planned this ahead and asked for some spirit stones from Ling Bauer. He figured they were enough for a night at Misty Pavilion. "Thanks." Chen Chang'an beelined for the Misty Pavilion. For some reason, on his way over, his heart was picking up pace. The sky darkened. Unlike the bustling city, the outside was cold and dark, with a creepy mist blowing in the distance, making its way to Dragonist City. The black mist contained 2 men in black. The man in front had a pair of scarlet eyes shining from within his black cloak, gazing upon Dragonist City. "I wonder if devouring everyone inside will bring me to the 5th layer of spirit severing stage." The man behind spoke with respect. "The city is quite large by Ghost Province's standards. It should be enough for young lord's purposes." The young lord spoke in a heavy voice. "Uncle Xie, Do you believe a fifth-layer spirit-severing cultivation will be enough to become his disciple a month later at the disciple contest on spirit-severing and take the 9-province cauldron? Uncle Xia paused. The Azura Immortal Domain's genius appeared today at the Continent Assembly. I'm certain there are other Immortal Domain geniuses across the 9-province continent. I believe it would be hard for young master to become a disciple with just that cultivation. Uncle Xia sighed. I believe the 9-province cauldron was within reach, but I never imagined such a lofty being hid on the 9-province continent. Even Azura Immortal Domain's immortal lord couldn't win and killed his charge so he could flee in fear. Young master, you have no choice but to join the disciple contest a month later. The other man's voice rumbled. Then I'm going to use this month to devour all living things, to reach the empty immortal stage so that I can become his disciple and heavenly Tao protector. Only I am worthy of the 9-province cauldron. Chapter 149, Entering in. Are there any heartthrobs? It was night when Chen Chang'an reached Misty Pavilion. The place was located in the liveliest area of Dragonist City. Not even night could stem the flow of people in these parts. In fact, it only became more rowdy. Most predominant were human cultivators, but there were some demons and monsters walking about as well, strolling and shopping. If they weren't taken in by the eye-catching Misty Pavilion, that is. Rich Guqin music flowed from the Misty Pavilion, the perfect accompaniment for the gentle singing. Chen Chang'an squinted and gazed up at the Misty Pavilion with a grin. Night life, here I come. He was set on spending the night here. Misty Pavilion didn't have some gaudy atmosphere, but a quiet and gentle one. There were no flamboyant, lavishly dressed girls picking up customers he pictured either. Does this place have any working girls? Can one sleep here? Chen Chang'an was filled with doubt as he entered. Inside was a small garden, in front of the main hall. The hall's front was brightly lit, with lanterns everywhere and people walking to and fro. There wasn't a lack of sudden flares of spiritual energy either. It was obvious Misty Pavilion was a frequent spot for cultivators looking to make merry. No, I didn't come here for that. I just want some recreational music to experience life's joys. I'm not here to wallow in decadence with these secular cultivators. Chen Chang'an justified himself. Looking around the garden, there were red lanterns on each side, some spiritual trees, and vines climbing the walls, giving the place a certain charm. The air held a hint of fragrance, soothing the mind. Chen Chang'an was a little tense, only pretending to be cool on the outside as he surveyed his surroundings to satiate his curiosity. This place is nothing like those in my previous life. They have elegance and style. Is this place really for the same purpose? Whatever, I'll just have to see for myself. Respectful greetings came from the side. Honored guest, who might you be looking for? Picking Chen Chang'an as a first-timer, the boy tending to receive guests asked. Despite that, he was still of average cultivation in the foundation establishment stage, like Chen Chang'an. Though there were certainly stronger cultivators posing as guards around. What if a guest got rowdy and needed handling? Chen Chang'an smiled. I'm Jiang Xiaobai. I heard of Misty Pavilion's renown and came to see it. Taman, Xiaobai can mean greenhorn or newbie, but also fool, and pretty boy in slang. The boy bowed. Please step inside, honored guest. He guided Chen Chang'an to the main hall. Chen Chang'an followed, looking with wonder. The hall was grand and only had 2 floors, with a round counter in the middle. On the second floor, there were many rooms with silk drapes for doors surrounding the round counter in the center. The lobby was on the ground floor, with plenty of guests and no empty seats. A pretty servant girl walked around handing over tea. There were plenty of cultivators, humans, and demons, with very few being monsters or spirits. They enjoyed wine while chatting or appreciating the music and tea. There was plenty of merry-making as well. Girls giggling came from inside the rooms. Chen Chang'an looked up, and his eyes shone. He noticed a silk curtain moving, and a glimpse of long, smooth legs filled his vision. It's the right spot. The perfect spot. Chen Chang'an's average looks drew no attention. Not even Ling Baoer would recognize him, having spent the most time with her. A servant girl led him to an empty seat. You can go. The servant left, and Chen Chang'an looked around curiously. Many cultivators were around the place, but they were hardly noisy. They were either drinking or talking in whispers, with very few holding a beauty in their arms. Chen Chang'an's eyes burned as he watched. Best place indeed. How many heartthrobs should I call? One in each arm, one rubbing my shoulders, another rubbing my back, and the last sitting in my lap. That's 5 heartthrobs tending to my every need. Though not in public, that would be bad. Chen Chang'an rubbed his chin. With special effects, I'm just your average Joe. No one knows me anyway. At worst, I'll just go upstairs in a room, yep. Though 5 won't do, let's make it 10 for good measure. Checking his storage ring, he saw if he had enough spirit stones. On soaring Immortal Mountain, he killed plenty of cultivators, especially from the Ghost Skull sect. He had an abundance of spirit stones to go around. Should be enough for the night. Chen Chang'an called over a servant girl. How may I help you, honored guest? Chen Chang'an smiled. Can I have a room? Sir, only one is still available. Good. Are there any heartthrobs? Heartthrobs? Pretty girls. You know, with a good body, long legs, white skin. Oh, and impressive, you know. Chen Chang'an considered before telling her. Chapter 150, Heartthrobs tending in taking the stage. The girl nodded with a smile. Honored guest, Misty Pavilion does have the ladies you seek, but sir has to wait. Enchantress Mei Yang arrived today. She's of flawless beauty, a breathtaking demeanor, and a masterful zither performer. Honored guest, you may wait for Mei Yang to begin her performance, maybe even have the honor of witnessing her perfect smile brightening the world. Chen Chang'an waved her off, not interested in the least. He'd seen his fair share of knockouts on the 9-province continent. From the Heavenly Fox clans Baiyu, Hong Yi, and Amiao to the upper realms Jiang Yuchan. All were beyond intoxicating with their beauty. Like they say, you don't take a dump where you eat. It never paid to worsen one's workplace. Now that he was out and about, with a fake look to boot, he was free to enjoy. Let's forget Enchantress' performance for now and see to getting me 10 pretty heartthrobs. The girl gave him a long look and said, Honored guest, 10. Chen Chang'an raised an eyebrow. Do you think I can't take them? Or that I'm poor? Chen Chang'an gave her a bunch of spirit stones. Is this enough? He handed out 23 in total, thick with spiritual energy, bearing the aura of top-grade spirit stones. All eyes snapped in his direction. Few cultivators in Dragonist City could throw so many top-grade spirit stones around as he did. But seeing the average Chen Chang'an, none recognized him. They believe him to be an outsider. The girl stammered, Honored guest, for you. Chen Chang'an knew that healthy tipping in such places was a must. As the amazing and renowned absolute dominator of the continent, he could not be stingy. The girl took him to a room on the first floor on the spot. Please wait a moment, honored guest. Sure, but be quick. The girl closed the silken drapes, giving a thumbs up and muttering, This guest is loaded, but can he handle 10? Honored guest, a grape. Honored guest, am I rubbing too hard? Honored guest, you're holding too hard and can't breathe, meanie. Girls' voices came from the room, sweet or coy, enchanting or intoxicating. Each was a master in the art of seduction, their tones matched their actions, and the allure was breathtaking. Chen Chang'an finally got to experience the joy that soaring Immortal Mountain could never offer. I'd have a harem of 3,000 too, if I were a monarch. Nothing beats heartthrobs tending to my every need. One girl was rubbing his shoulder, and Chen Chang'an felt like putty in her hands. But all actions were limited to servicing him, nothing was inappropriate or excessive. He enjoyed the heartthrobs while eavesdropping on the chatting cultivators. Most talks were about the Continent Assembly's events. Of some upper realm genius making a scene at the Continent Assembly, the Cauldrons, and his disciple contest a month later on soaring Immortal Mountain. The news traveled so fast, reaching even Dragonist City. He could feel the admiration and respect in every cultivator's voice. Wonder what faces they'd make if they knew the object of their reverence was right now enjoying healthy services just above. I heard the upper realm immortals are here for the 9-province cauldron, to become the ruler of the 9-province continent and the heavenly Tao protector. What do you guys think? Will they appear at Senior's Disciple Contest a month from now? Humph, those immortals can try all they want to steal it from Senior, but all they'll receive is a quick trip down under. And if the immortals play nice, joining the contest? No 9-province continent genius could match their talents. Another voiced. What can we do? We must believe in our 9-province continent that there's a genius out there who can take the heavenly Tao protector title before the upper realm immortals do. By ruling the 9-province, our lives will be at the whims of an immortal. We must trust Senior to have a plan in mind. Yes, but why couldn't he have become the heavenly Tao protector instead? Chen Chang'an shrugged. He wanted to, of course, making his trips outside absolute domain far easier. His talent proved to be garbage instead, and he could not get the stingy heavenly Tao to appreciate him. Not even Ling Bauer and Foxy fit its high standards. He reckoned the same applied to all 9 provinces' denizens. But most importantly, Chen Chang'an suspected that heavenly Tao protector was made for the upper realm recultivating immortals. Alas, he had no way of confirming his theory. A clamor spread through the misty pavilion just then as a woman took the stage. Chapter 151, Would a young master address my lack of zither skills? She had flawless features, riveting eyes, and an enchanting smile. Mei Nyang was Baiyu's Tao protector, but since her charge returned to Myriad Mountains, where the realm-renowned literal immortal slayer Chen Chang'an settled, she did not worry about Baiyu's safety. She thus went back to roaming the mortal plane, to dull the dullness of living. Today's persona was Misty Pavilion's enchantress. She sure had the looks, the demeanor, and the style to enchant all the cultivators in Misty Pavilion. Even Chen Chang'an was taken. She's hot, hot, hot. He'd never imagined the tiny Misty Pavilion of Dragonist City would have such a fine specimen. Her looks were at the level of Baiyu, Miao, Jiang Yichan, Hong Yi, and others. Especially that bod. Mei Nyang sat on the round stool, a wooden zither in front. She smiled, taking one's soul away. Her dainty finger traced the strings, sending music through the hearts of all, touching their deepest recesses. Chen Chang'an squinted, nice skills. A girl asked, honored guest, you know how to play the zither? Only a little. He had dabbled in string instruments back on Earth, to chase skirts, of course, but he crossed over before he got the chance to put his skills to the test. It brought back endless regret. Now that he saw Mei Nyang play, his fingers itched, but not enough for him to go out there and take over. It's great if I can play for the ladies, but this place has mostly men. All their interests were the same as his when they came here. To listen to a woman's playing, dance, grab a girl, and not listen to a man do it. Chen Chang'an had no intention of entertaining men. The mood became peaceful along with Mei Nyang's playing. Her bright smile showed her confidence in her skills. For so many years spent in the lower realm, I've dedicated so much time and effort to gain more insights in Tao that now I'm one with the zither. Mei Nyang believed no lower realm cultivator at the Misty Pavilion could withstand her playing. But as her charming eyes roamed the upper floor, she flinched. He's not intoxicated by my music. Main Yang stared straight into Chen Chang'an's room. Chen Chang'an found the music nice, but that was it. It was not up to Earth's level. He even showed a trace of boredom, hoping the enchanting woman would start moving her hips. A bit of dancing would sure get him going. Chen Chang'an found his tending girls were all taken by the music and sighed. Is it that good? As Main Yang finished her performance, she rested her hand on the strings, letting the sound subside into silence. The crowd looked to be yearning for more, sighing at the marvelous music. Main Yang's playing is sublime and melodious. It rises and falls, endless and soothing. Yet it contains such passion, like that of a dream. I've never heard a better performance in my life. Main Yang deserves to be Misty Pavilion's enchantress. Her beauty, coupled with exquisite playing, will make her the best in Dragonist City, no, Ghost Province. The cultivators were praising Main Yang in every aspect they could think of, all so they could win her favor. Winning her smile and having a lovely night together couldn't be better. On the first floor, Chen Chang'an shook his head. He'd seen their type more times than he could count. Simps, the lot of them. Enchantress covered her chuckle, yet it still dominated the scene. Thank you, everyone. But my skills are only average. Would a young master care to address my lack of zither skills? A cultivator spoke out from a room. Main Yang's skills are perfect. You've practiced for a long time in playing the zither, so how can it be mediocre? I believe it to be flawless. Another cultivator spoke, at the Golden Core stage. Yes, of the many zither performances I've heard, Main Yang's rendition is the best. The cultivators rained praises. Main Yang smiled. She was an upper realm immortal lord whose zither mastery was related to her cultivation path. Her performance at the Misty Pavilion was a stroke of luck and the fortune of a lifetime for the people here. Not even an immortal slayer could give Main Yang tips on how to play, let alone these guys. Main Yang giggled, then blinked at a room on the first floor. However, I find that someone can teach me more. The crowd was perplexed, turning to look where Main Yang was staring. You're tuning into the Han Li's Wuxia Adventures YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.